Welcome, race fans, back to Moon Speedway. 3 races previously not held at Moon Speedway. Tonight's action, the Freedom Cup League battle at Moon Speedway, 601. Bill Steinbach is coming off a streak of 6 consecutive wins in this league. A league record as Steve Brown tries to catch up to him in the points, only 4 points behind. Chad Limbrunner. This team is just going for wins in this juncture of the year. But what else can they do? They can make their car better and maybe develop something for next season, which they're already considering. A new chassis 2014. Get ready for some great racing once again from Moon Speedway. Ready to go racing tonight at Moon Speedway with Chad Limbrunner picking up the pole in a surprising qualifying session. Steinbach in second, and then Steve Brown back in third place. Get ready for some rough and ready racing. 3, 2, 1, go. The green flag is out. Chad Limbrunner has some trouble in turn 3, and Steinbach will lead the first lap at his Dodge. Chad back in second and Steve in third place. Chad breaks loose, cuts through the center. He's now a lap down to leader Bill Steinbach, but not 1 lap down to Steve Brown.
He is in third position because that's what happens when you cut through the center line now. As we go around for lap number 5, you just assume the third spot on the racetrack and everyone else keeps going. And now the field is a little bit spread out, so there probably isn't very much action on the track right now, but Limbrunner seems to be catching up, trying to get his lap back real quick.
Chad Limbrunner trying to get back Bill Steinbach, and he will. Bill went wide out of turn number 2, and he will surrender the lead to Steve Brown. Chad Limbrunner now back on the lead lap in third spot behind second place Bill Steinbach.
And he's making some good ground up, too, as he gets close to the rear bumper of Steinbach after every corner, and now he'll pull ahead into second place. On lap 15, he goes upside down.
Lap 15, Chad Limbrunner flipped, but no caution flag. Steve Brown still the leader. Chad now 1 lap down to leader Steve Brown. Hooks him in the rear end to get past him. He will gain his lap back. Now Steinbach goes at it to try to get by Steve Brown for the lead. Chad wrecks in turn 4, but keeps rolling and will not lose a lap. Lap 20 underway. And it looks like we may have our first caution of the evening. And we will. Steinbach and Brown wreck in turn number 4. Now, tonight's race is brought to you by the Freedom Cup League. They are a PS3 league that races on Fridays and Saturdays for the NASCAR Sprint Cup and Nationwide Series. And they also spice it up occasionally with Formula One 2012. If you want to join, message at 95 Tornadoes on PSN. Back to racing at Moon Speedway. Limbrunner and Steinbach get together in turn 1, and that brings out just the second yellow flag on lap 22.
Again, 2 of those cars getting hooked together around the cone, the corner of turn number 1 this time. Steinbach looking at his car, making sure everything is all right with it. He's had a lot of trouble with the shock absorber in that vehicle as well as the control arm for the axle. Green flag is back out, and that was a very good restart by all 3 drivers as Limbrunner takes the lead and will retain it at the line, only to have Steinbach pull ahead for a short time in turn number 2.
He'll rub fenders to defend that first spot from Bill Steinbach. Steve Brown back in third place now. A little bit slow and off the pace, looks like Steve might be. Chad Limbrunner, though, is pulling away from the rest of this field in the lead. A second ahead of Bill Steinbach that lap right there. Steve Brown has contact with the inside cone in the center of turn 1 and 2. That will bring out the third caution flag of the night on lap 30. Steinbach looks like he may have another issue with that shock in the left front. They are tending to it to get it fixed for the run to the finish here. 10 more laps to go.
That Ford has had some issues with the suspension, but not too many to make it perform poorly. Obviously, he's been winning races here recently. And now he'll have the inside lane as Brown comes to take the restart. A little bump on the tires there of these outward-facing tires on the beautiful vehicles here. Steinbach will take the lead as Brown goes into Limbrunner and goes into him again up in turn 2, wrecking him and getting stuck on the wing of that Chevy, yellow Chevrolet of Limbrunner.
Chad Limbrunner slammed the door on Steve Brown, and they both slammed into the outside retaining wall at the exit of 2. Chad will come around for this restart. He will not have the good lane. He'll be stuck in the middle. We'll see what they can do here. Steve Brown has the preferred line on the bottom of the racetrack. Chad slows down, hits the line. They go. He rubs together with Limbrunner. He comes out as the leader. Side by side for second place, Steinbach and Limbrunner. Limbrunner takes the lead away from Steve Brown, but he flips. Both of them make contact out of turn number 2 and drive the Steve Brown goes backwards down the front stretch. That will bring out a yellow flag here on lap 37. Here it is again. Lap 36. Here we go. You see from the camera up in turn number 1, Chad got into the cone, came back across the racetrack, made contact with Steve Brown, and then Bill Steinbach comes along, stays in the throttle. You can see the front end lift up, and then Brown drives over Limburner and then onto the front stretch, back to third spot.
Yeah, it's incredible that Brown's car had enough torque to push Limburner's car back over on all four wheels and continue to go, and another wreck between those two causes Limburner to go out of control and then into the center line on lap 38 right after crossing the start-finish line.
Chad Limburner will come around for this restart.
Now only 2 laps to go when they take the green flag here, so we'll see what they can do. We're going to take lap 39 here, so there'll be 2 laps to go whenever Brown hits the middle lane. And that is not the preferred line, as Bill said earlier. Definitely not on this speedway. You want either the outside or the inside to get a lot of grip, come around into the corner, and not be sandwiched in between the other 2 drivers. And now there's a lot of trouble.
Steinbach got his car to hook up coming out of turn number 4, takes the lead away. Brown gets into Limburner. Limburner crashes and finishes in 3rd place with Steinbach picking up the win. Steve Brown in 2nd place. And then Chad Limburner in a very disappointing 3rd place finish.
Now his car ran better than it has all season in the last few Moon Speedway races. Just couldn't pull it off either because of someone wrecking him or himself just messing up. Remember to take a look at our sponsor today and message him on PSN at A95 Tornadoes if you would like to participate in his league.